Okay, so every player has a line, and at point of impact, we're going to look at each player and where they are in relation to the other on the court. Okay, so Turmel at the front here is just in front of Gomez, and she has the option then to go short simply because Gomez has failed to get in front of the line by the time she's striking the ball. The choice has been to go deep, which is fine. And if it goes, it's not a bad deep shot either. Okay, so this is obviously just going to be straight deep down the back because she's so far behind. Once again, she's in front, so the option would be to go short again. So these lines, when your job is to try and play a shot tight enough to drag your opponent across and make it difficult for them, so they can't actually play a range of shots or limit their options, or to at least get in front of their line by the time they strike. If you don't, you have to go back. You won't be able to go in front of them, so you have to go behind them. Once again, we're at the back here, and so we'll cut deep. Here we go, this one here, obviously at the back, and we'll go deep again. Once again, we'll try and take front position. This gets a little bit tighter. Because she's in front, the best option obviously is to go deep, and this one's very tight. Once again, so by getting in front, she's made Gomez play deep instead of playing short, because the access to the ball is so straight. So from here to here, it's a very straight direct line to go and get any short shot or over here for a boast. So it's no real drama you just have to simply make sure you do the work, is the best way I can put it. So if you play a poor shot or if you play a shot which is not deep enough, you must do the work to get in front. So here, this is a tough one because she hasn't got body on the ball, so she's not going to be able to hit it hard. So the options are, clear those. The options are to go and work on getting the ball and making sure you lift it up so you've got more time to get in front. So she's gone all the way around in front just so she makes her drive deep instead of giving her the short option. If she stayed behind, she would have had the short option, and it would have been too easy for her. Once again, we cut back behind, and this one will go high, and she's nearly not got in front on this next one. Yeah, she's just got level and cross court. So the rally continues. We won't look at the forehand side. We'll just concentrate on the backhand side. And this will flick across. And we're deep in the backhand corner again. Once again, we're going to swap positions here. Now she's very, very deep here, so she's going to lift it up to give herself more time to get into the court, into the front position, but she hasn't been able to do it. So at point of impact, she's far behind, so she's a reasonable amount behind, so she's not even made it to the back of the service box at this point in time, and that's an indicator to go short. And so a short shot will be more difficult from this situation simply because she's so deep in the court. And this movement from here all the way up to here is a long way. It's just a long, long way. So it means that the drop shot is a very good, or drop volley is a very good option. You only have to play it reasonably well, and there it goes. So it works really, really quite well. You just got to make sure that you choose when to go short and make wise choices. And the real work comes in the rally at the start, like when you're actually trying to jostle for position and get front position. So a deep game with a volley short, which is the game plan, works on mostly trying to get the front court position. You don't have to go short each time you're in front, but it is a really good option, or a option. And so each time you just make sure that when you strike the ball, you're in front. So when you're in front, basically what happens, it then gives you all the options in the world to choose to go short if you want to, and then you can go short. So from there, it's a great choice. It's a really good way to go with that short shot. Okay, so we'll have a look at a couple other things just quickly while we're here. If we look at this shot here, the options are there for both, the options there for cross court, the options there for down the wall. So it's not the worst shot in the world to actually go back, especially when she's hitting it reasonably hard and reasonably low. And because the movement of Gomez has been this way, and now she's going to have to double back. So what we'll do is we'll just look at the stress on her body when she changes direction. So if you watch, see all that stress there? It's a reasonable amount of work. She tries to cut across and realizes it's a fair bit of work to go and get that ball. She can't cut it off. And off she goes. So this one, if she goes tight, then it's reasonable. So it's not super tight. And there's a hitting zone. That's the next thing I'll tell you about. We have a hitting zone, and the hitting zone goes from around about head height to around about waist height. So if you can get the ball reasonably tight and out of the hitting zone, then you're looking reasonable, because it's so much more difficult to hit the ball down near your toes, and it's so much more difficult to hit the ball above your head, although many players have that capability. And some players are better than others, so you do have to judge your opponent and how capable they are to be able to play those shots. She's elected to go high. So the tightness is one, because people will not go and attack on a ball that's tight, but the height is the other one. So there's the height one. The height really makes a difference, because there's no option to go and hit that prior to actually, and see how easy it is to get in front prior to actually coming back. And so here it's just come off the back wall a little bit far, which has allowed a power drive, and the power drive is there. So the choice of how hard you hit the ball, realistically, see, you're not going to hit a winner down the back there. You can if you hit it harder and lower, but not when it's coming off the back wall that far. So you need to work out how much the ball's bouncing and how hard and high you want to hit it. That's a power drive. We just finished half service box or front of service box, and it hasn't gone deep enough. So there's a lift up, and it's finished short because it jagged on the side wall. This one, yeah, she's gone hard now. That's a pretty good shot, I think. It's just at the front of the service box again. See the reach, and because she reached, she goes high. So once again, you've got to take the ball on the rise on this one, and she should have gone really strong and hard, but she's lifted it a little bit. And once again in trouble, so she's gone high, and there. So the deal is, if you get it wrong, you need to do the work. So if you don't get the ball deep, you need to do extra work to get in front. So that, we'll go back to these ones here. So by actually doing that work, and getting in front here, it just makes your opponent, by going from here all the way back up to here and really get in front. So that's a reasonable amount of distance from there to there. She's really pushed in front, and plus her shot's reasonably deep. So you need to, as we've spoken in previous videos, you need to make sure you get the ball and get your opponent to strike the ball behind this line. And the second component of that is you need to make sure you get in front of your opponent when they strike the ball. So everyone has a line that moves up and down the court with you when you move. And if you're in front when your opponent is striking, you'll make them go down the back. And what that does, generally make them go down the back. Or they can take a risk and go short. So it becomes that risk that really makes the difference in quality squash. If you can get people to take risks, you'll know they'll be vulnerable, and they'll find it difficult from time to time. They might get some of them, but they won't get all of them. And then the confidence goes, and they make more errors, and it's just like a cycle that happens. So you need to make sure if you play poor shots, you do the work. And it really makes a difference if you actually do the work. So that's that front position, front court position. You need to make sure you take front court position. Second component is you need to really capitalise when poor shots are played. So this should have been capitalised. She should have gone in there and gotten that a little bit quicker. Once again, she's basically got to get in front here, got to get in front. By getting in front, that means she's taken out the straight short option, and she's gone for the cross court, which is fine. And that's generally to people's strength. And you've got a lot more ability on the forehand side. Right, so there you go. What we do is we work on the fact that everybody has a line, and that you must get in front if you play a poor shot. You must get in front of the line so you can make them go deep again. It's much easier just to duck back like that and get the ball, and if you're in trouble, lift it up so you've got more time to get in front. So don't continually power the ball down the wall and try and get in front by running faster. Just lift the ball up if you're in troubles like that, and you'll find it will work out just nicely for you. And then when you actually get in a good court position, got your opponent behind you, take the option, go short, and bang, there it is. That's how it all works. So there you go. Every player has a line. I hope you enjoyed this video.